Hey friends, in today's video we are creating this look and I have to say I love it, but what I love even more about it and what I know you guys are gonna love is that I used all affordable, budget-friendly beauty products. But on top of that, I created this look using products that you can have an additional savings off during Ulta Beauty's big summer beauty sale that is happening right now. So almost everything that I used in today's video is affordable, and then you can save additional savings, 20%, 30% off of it, you guys. So I'm actually kind of tempted to put together all the products that I put and calculate what this look would cost if you purchase all the products this week at Ulta Beauty. I think it would be shocking. So many great deals happening. I did team up with Ulta Beauty. They're having their big summer beauty sale, as I mentioned, and there are so many deals site-wide and in-store, you guys. Buy one, get one free, up to 40% off, skincare, hair care. So many deals are happening. I am sharing products that are specifically highlighted during this week. So the deals that I'll be sharing, you want to grab them this week before the deal's over, but the entire sale goes through July 19th. So I will have all the information in the description box. Let's not waste any more time and let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so before we get started, I do want to mention that I am going to be using all affordable beauty brands, but on top of that, most of the products that I'm using in today's video are included in this week's deals from Ulta Beauty, part of their big summer beauty sale. So you can get additional discounts on top of the already affordable prices, and I'm going to call them out. We're going to start with the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. Now, Milani this week at Ulta Beauty is an additional 20% off face products. So I'm going to be using a foundation and a concealer and some blush and bronzers from Milani. So I'm going to go in first and scoop out a little bit of this product. You only need a tiny little bit. I'm going to take it on my middle finger. I love the texture of this. It's this really nice, like smoothing primer. And I'm just going to apply it in the center of my face. That's where I tend to have the most texture from pores. And then also right in the forehead, just from texture on the skin. Just kind of work it into the skin. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. So this is the foundation and concealer. I did purchase the concealer because I kind of want a lighter and brighter under eye. I chose the shade Medium Beige. It's looking a little dark, but I am a little tan from a weekend out at the lake, so hopefully it'll work. I just did about 2 pumps. So what I love about this foundation is the coverage that it gives and also the wearability. It's a really nice long wearing foundation. It's one that you can apply in the morning and you can trust that it's going to look good all day long. So I'm just going to start in the center of the face and just kind of press it into the skin. Because it is more of a full coverage foundation, I am not going to use a whole lot. I'm going to start with a little bit. Okay, the shade is good. It looks a little dark, but it's actually blending into the skin really nicely. Oh yeah, this is so good. It has been a while since I've worn this foundation and it is so nice. Just great coverage. It has a pretty, I would describe the finish as being more of a natural finish, meaning it's not going to look like flat and matte, but it also doesn't look dewy or radiant. I'm just working it into the skin, kind of really pressing the product in. And then when I get to the jawline, I'm going to sweep and kind of shear it out. Oh, so pretty. This is such a great foundation, you guys. So not only is it really affordable already, but then you can save an additional 20% off. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, I love this foundation. I always love when you rediscover a product that you once loved and then haven't used in a while and you're reminded of how good it is. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. It actually looks really, really good on top of the primer. I don't typically wear a primer most days, but this is really pretty. Okay, so let's go in with concealer. I chose the Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer, and the shade I grabbed is 135 Medium Beige. I actually ordered another shade, but I did the feature where you order online and have it delivered same day. I love that feature. And the shade that I picked was actually out of stock, so they sent me the next shade. And I think that this is gonna work. It looks a little light, but I am going for a little brighter under eye, so let's give this a try. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I like the wand on this. It's really nice and flexible. Okay, so I know it looks like I applied a lot, but this applicator actually picks up the perfect amount of product. I don't feel like it picks up an excessive amount of product. So it looks like more than I actually applied, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go in and blend this out, and I'm using a kind of round, dense brush, and I'm just gonna press the product into the skin. Really press it into the skin. Now I'm going to blend it out to be mostly blended out, but I'm going to leave a little areas that I need to fully go out and blend out. I'm going the other side. What I'm allowing that to do is kind of self-set. It'll give me a little extra coverage if I allow the concealer to slightly dry down before I completely blend it out. Perfect. Oh, this is so good. Even for being a full coverage concealer, It looks really natural. I need to add a tiny bit more on this side. I have a little more here. This is a good concealer. I forgot how good Milani complexion products are. So good. Go back and blend this side out. I'm going to take any excess and I'm going to run it on my lid. I don't have a proper eye primer today, so I'm going to use the concealer as eye primer. In fact, I'm going to add a tiny bit more just to prime the lids for eyeshadow. And just kind of sweep that all over. Give a nice little canvas for shadow. If you use concealer as eye primer, I really recommend using a longwear concealer. Concealers that are very creamy and emollient will kind of work against you as an eyeshadow primer because they're going to be more prone to crease. So you want something that's going to self-set and have long wearing is one of the benefits of it. Perfect. Oh, look at that. The skin looks so good. Oh my gosh. Love these. These are so good. It has been forever since I use these products, but man, they are so good. The skin looks amazing. Natural, flawless. So good. Okay, to set the center of the face and underneath the eyes, I'm going to go in with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Mattifying Powder. I have the shade Light. This is going to just slightly brighten up the center of the face. NYX has a really great deal, you guys, during this week at the Ulta Beauty Big Summer Sale. With NYX, when you buy 2 NYX products, you get the 3rd for free across the brand. So it's a great brand to check out and stock up on any products you might need. I always think mascaras are always a great product to stock up on, brow pencils, those kind of essentials that you always use and need. Oh, this powder is nice. So it's softly mattifying the skin, but it's very light, not too heavy. And I'm just gonna really, for now, just set in the center of the face. I still wanna keep a little bit more of that natural skin-like look on the cheeks, but I want the center of the face to be set and mattified. Okay, let's go in with brows. I'm going to be using NYX products for the brows. We're going in with the Micro Brow Pencil, and I have the shade Ash Brown. This is a nice, skinny little brow pencil, really great to create shape, to create hair-like strokes in your brow. I always start in the kind of front part of my brow. That's where I need to really fill in, particularly on this brow. This brow is definitely missing more hair, and I really just need to fill this in and shape it. When I'm using a pencil like this, I try to keep very, very light pressure. So if you notice I'm holding the pencil further back rather than choking up on it really close to the tip, that's gonna allow you to have lighter pressure and give your hand more free range of motion so you can really get a softer look to the brows. Same thing when you're holding brushes, you guys. When you're trying to get a very light blended sheer application, try and hold your brush a little further back. It's just naturally going to allow you to apply less pressure. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of fill that in, create the shape. Whenever I'm filling this part of the brow in, if you are someone that is missing hair right here in the front, which I am, you really want to make sure you kind of feather those strokes upward. That's going to create more of a natural looking brow. If you really start here and you pull to the side, you're not going to have as natural looking of a brow. So try and kind of create the hair in the way that the hair would grow. And right there, it tends to grow upward a little bit more naturally. So think of it that way. Just kind of follow the natural direction that the hair grows. This pencil is also really nice if you want to create that really fine little tail of your brow, little tip. And because it is so skinny, it's really important. I can't stress enough to have light pressure. If you have really hard pressure, you can get a harsher looking brow with this. So be careful with that. To hold the brows in place, I'm going to go in with the brow glue in the shade Taupe. This is also from NYX. This is a really great, affordable brow gel for good hold. And I'm going to kind of comb the brows up a little bit. I'm going to give that fluffy look. Now, this isn't a gel that's going to add volume. It's not like a fiber gel, but it has exceptional hold. So I'm really going to just comb those hairs up, kind of give that really laminated look. That's how you can add the look of more full fluffy brows when you're working with a gel that's more of a hold gel like this. Look at that. Do you see what that did? By combing those hairs up, it kind of gives more volume to the brow and creates the illusion of a fluffier brow. I love this. I love this look. I've really been doing this lately, just combing the brow hairs up to give that really full kind of almost gives me Brooke Shields vibes. Okay, so let's go ahead and warm the face up. I'm going to be using the Milani powder bronzer. This is the Silky Matte bronzing powder, and I'm going to use, I have 2 shades here. This one looks warmer. I kind of want to go with this. This has a little bit more of a cool undertone. I want to go with something a little warmer. So let's go in with 3. And I'm taking a fluffy powder brush and kind of loading it up. This bronzer is pretty pigmented, so I'm going to tap it on a little dry towel just to make sure I don't over apply this bronzer. I really like to slowly build my bronzer and blush up rather than go in with a lot of product right off the bat. I like to slowly build. This is pretty. It's so silky and so consistent. It looks beautiful. Very easy to apply. I'm going to sweep this into the hairline, and I'm just tapping my brush against the skin. If you choose a big fluffy brush, you really can just load it up and just tap it on the skin. You want to make sure that it's the right amount of fluffiness and the right size. You don't want it to be too big. You don't want it to be too small. Oh, so, so pretty. We are actually going on vacation tomorrow. I'm filming this obviously in advance of when it goes up, but I'm gonna bring this with me. This is so pretty. And I'm gonna sweep a little bit on the side of the nose. For blush, I'm gonna go in with good old Milani Luminoso. I remember when I started my YouTube channel 11 years ago, and I remember using this in my earliest videos. This has been such a like iconic blush shade. It's just a really pretty peach with some shimmer, but the shimmer's really nice and refined. And I'm just gonna pop this right there on the kind of back of the apple of the cheek and sweep down but upward. So I'm going downward with my strokes, but I'm moving my hand upward. Oh, it's so pretty. Do you see the glow that that gives? That is so beautiful. I feel like this blush, any peachy blush, is just gonna give the skin and the face a really nice, youthful appearance. It's like the color of just health and vitality, I think, is having a peachy cheek. And that could be a pinky peachy cheek, or it could be definitely more coral. I think this leans a little bit more peach than pink, but there is some little hints of pink in this blush too. So pretty. I'm gonna run a little bit on my nose. I love how refined the shimmer is in this. It's so refined. It just lays on the skin very flat. It doesn't accentuate texture. It doesn't look glittery or sparkly. It's really beautiful. I think it's very mature skin friendly. Again, when you're selecting a brush to apply with this, I like to use a brush that's designed to pick up products and powders very lightly and apply very lightly. So avoiding something that's very dense. I just want the ability to really shear it out and kind of build it up. How pretty is that? Is that not just the prettiest? I think this complexion is just gonna be my new go-to. Look at how good this looks. This foundation looks like a $60 foundation, period. I think it does. Okay, so to recap, you guys, I've used the Conceal and Perfect foundation and concealer from Milani in the shade 04 Medium Beige. And then to conceal, I used the Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer, and I used the shade 135 Medium Beige. To highlight and set underneath the eyes in the center of the face, I went in with the NYX powder in the shade Light. This is really lovely. And then we used the Milani powder bronzer in the shade 3 and the Luminoso powder blush. This combination is just like gorgeous. And I can tell you right now, this is gonna look like this all day long. This foundation is so long wearing, I don't have to worry about it looking greasy or shiny or caking or transferring or fading. It is gonna look flawless all day long. This little combo right here is such a great combo. Like, I'm gonna just put these together and use them together. They look so, so good. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to eyes, you guys. So the eye palette I'm gonna be using is from Milani. I don't believe this is part of the promotion for this week, but it still is affordable, and I wanted to create a really nice, simple, neutral matte eye. So we're gonna be going in with this palette. This is the Mini Gilded palette. Now I'm gonna keep the eyes pretty simple. So I'm gonna start by taking the lightest shade right here, and we're gonna kind of just sweep this all underneath the brow to highlight, and on the lid too to slightly set that concealer. You can see a little bit of that concealer creasing right there. So I just want to put a little powder down to set that. Next, we're going to go in with this slightly darker shade. It still is pretty light, and I'm actually going to mix these two. We're going to mix these two shades together because I want a shade kind of in between these two to apply on the lid. And I'm really just going to use these two, sweep this all over the lid and blend into the crease. It honestly translates to be slightly darker than my natural skin tone when I mix these two shades together. Kind of looks like a bronzer. In fact, you could actually take your bronzer and do this if you wanted to keep it simple and minimize the products that you use. So I'm just mixing those two together and just shearing it out all over the lid and into the crease. Very pretty. Do you see the difference? It's a slight, but it's there, right? Oh, okay, so good. I'm going and layering it up a little bit just to deepen it slightly and just make it really even and consistent. But I'm not going to go any darker than this. I just want to have a really nice, warm, matte eyelid that's a little darker than my skin. So pretty. Okay, that's it. We're good. I'm going to take the brush that I used to apply the powder, and we're just going to run it underneath the eyes to just move any fallout that might have happened. I didn't see any, but just in case. Okay, next we're going to deepen up the lash line. I'm using the NYX pencil in the shade Bronze. This is the retractable eyeliner. I love this. It's one of my favorite eyeliners. I've used it for years. And I'm just going to kind of work it right into the lash line in the outer half of my eye. And I'm going to work one eye at a time because I work the product in, but then I do want to smudge this so that it looks a little softer and a little smokier. It also allows you to be a little messy and have any mess ups because you can just go in and smudge this out so that you don't have to get a perfect straight line. And I'm doing this by just taking this little tiny shader brush and just pressing it into that line I made and kind of feathering it upward just to create a soft line. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. So easy. Anybody can do this. I want to show you guys just how kind of messy this liner is. Do you see how messy that is? But that's okay. You just have the right brush and you can go in and fix it. I'm gonna go in with this little tiny smudger brush and we're just gonna press, press, press and work that in and smoke it out. Perfect. Okay, this line's a little thicker. So what are we gonna do? We are gonna go back and we're gonna take a little bit of that liner and we're just gonna kind of even things out. So I'm gonna go add a little product right there in the area that I wanna make it a little thicker. And the reason I did that is because I needed more product to be able to move and spread. Perfect, okay. Okay, we love, don't we? I love this. I love the way it's can. I'm gonna take my finger and just kind of run it upward. For mascara, I'm gonna use the Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara. This is not part of the weekly deals, but it's a great affordable mascara from Milani. I love the wand on here. It's kind of got this hourglass shaped wand, and the little teeth on the wand are designed to really grab and separate every single lash. It's a great volumizing mascara. You see volume right away. So good, look at that. How easy that was. No primer. I didn't even curl my lashes. Just really using the wand to lift and push the lashes up. I like to do one good coat and then go back in and do the second before I move on to the other eye. With mascaras, sometimes I'll work back and forth and kind of ping pong the eyes. It really depends on the formula. If I feel like the formula is really wet, I'll do that because I know that I'll have time before it completely dries to come back to. I can tell this one I need to kind of work a little bit quicker, and I've actually had this mascara for a little while, so it's not brand new, and that might be part of it, but I think that working one eye at a time with this formula is best. I love mascara. I used to have lash extensions. If you've been with me that long, drop a comment and let me know if you've been watching my videos since the days where I had really heavy lash extensions. I have to say, some days I miss them because it was nice to just always have your lashes on, but sometimes I look back at my videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, my lashes were so heavy. I like lash extensions, but not when they're too heavy. When they're too heavy, they can just kind of be so distracting and take up all of the eye. I couldn't even see my makeup. But anyway, the whole reason I'm saying that is because I really can't imagine not being able to apply and try mascaras, you know? Because I've thought, should I get lash extensions? It would make my mornings a little bit easier and quicker, but then I think that I would not be able to test and try new mascaras. I wouldn't be able to apply mascara. And mascara, I mean, I love applying all makeup. I don't think there's any part of the makeup process that I don't enjoy, but I think for some reason, mascara is really satisfying to me. I don't know why. Mascara and maybe concealer are kind of my favorite products to apply. I think because I feel like they just make such a difference. I mean, it all makes a difference, right? But I think it just really makes such a difference. Okay, should I add anything to the lower lash line? I want to add a little bit, but not much. So what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to go in, I'm going to take a little smudge brush, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to mix these two shades together, and we're going to use this to kind of softly smoke out the lower lash line. Because I want a little something there, but not much. I don't want it to look heavy. I just want to make the green in my eyes pop a little bit more. So going in with a shade that has a little peach or orange, or just kind of a warmer tone is going to do that. This is pretty. Oh, I love this. So pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and go back with our powder brush, sweep away any excess. And then I'm going to add the tiniest bit of mascara to my lower lashes. Where'd you go? Tiniest bit. I don't think I need to, but I want to add a little bit. I'm just going to really kind of kiss the lower lashes with this wand. Boom, that's it. Okay, that's it. That's all we're going to do. We're going to leave it right there. Okay, I'm loving the eyes. Simple, easy, classic. That's what I try to achieve here on my channel, you guys. I know a lot of my looks are very similar, but I think that, you know, I just want to teach makeup in a way that's easy, that's attainable, that's something that you can not only recreate at home, but something that you're going to be able to create day in and day out because it's so easy and it doesn't take a lot of time or a ton of products. Okay, now that I have this on, I think I want more blush. I'm gonna pop a little bit more blush right here. Oh, I love blush, it's my favorite. Blush too is also really fun for me. Okay, for lips, I'm gonna go in and I'm actually slightly powder over my lips Does that sound crazy? I know it sounds crazy, but I've been doing this trick. I learned this from Nikki. Every time I'm with Nikki LaRose, her lips just look amazing all day long. We will go out to eat, we'll have lunch, we'll have dinner, we'll have a drink, and her lipstick is all completely on. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say it. Maybe not her lipstick, but the color to her lips looks flawless. Meanwhile, mine is completely bare and everything is worn off. And I asked her, I was like, what do you do to what's your trick? And she told me she powders over her lips. So we're gonna try that. I've been doing it the last week or so, and it really does have an impact on the longevity of your lip products. And it's actually not as uncomfortable as you might think. Like when I imagine putting powder on my lips, I'm like, oh, but it's actually not, of course, if you choose the right powder. I'm just going in with the NYX and I did a light little layer. Okay, then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take the NYX lip liner, and this is the shade Nude, and I'm slightly overlining my lips. Do you see that? Powdering over my lips actually kind of smoothed out the texture too and blurred the texture on my lips. This liner is so good. I love this look. I love the peachy tone to this look. Everything like on the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. Okay, then we're gonna go in with the Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is the shade Stockholm. This is a kind of terracotta peachy shade. Oh, love that. It's like this soft matte finish. Ooh, look at how pretty that looks. That looks so good. I'm tempted to just kind of leave it there, but I did pick up the Duck Plump lip gloss from NYX in the shade 03 Nude Swings. This is what the shade looks like. So this is a little bit more pinky. It's got a little more pinky hue to it, but it's still got that neutral kind of nude look. It's not too cool tone pink, so I don't think it's going to completely throw this off. I'm just going to put a little bit right here in the center, kind of blot together, and then take the tip of it and kind of blend out. But I want to keep this gloss kind of sheer. I don't want to completely cover the lipstick. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is gorgeous. Look at that lip. Wow, I love this lip. This is so pretty. This is like the perfect peachy pink nude lip without being too muted, you know? I love this. It's so pretty. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I have to say, I love this. Like, truly love the way my makeup looks right now. It's so beautiful. I love the tones together. I love the way all of the products are pairing together, but I also love the way my complexion looks. It looks flawless, full coverage, but not heavy. Very natural. The last thing I'm gonna do, you guys, to keep this on all day long, and just to add that little extra insurance, is I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Milani Make It Last. It says it's up to 24-hour wear. I'm definitely gonna be washing my face tonight, but it's about 10 a.m. right now, and we are in June in Texas in summer, so it is a hot day. There we go, perfect. Okay, now this makeup is set. It's not gonna budge. It's gonna look like this all day long. So I'm gonna list and link all the products down in the description box. Remember, pretty much everything I used in today's video, with the exception of a couple products here and there, you can get additional savings during Ulta Beauty's big summer sale for this week, you guys. But the promotion extends through July 19th, and there are so many other deals happening. So many other deals on skincare, on hair care, buy one, get one free, 40% off. The deals are insane store-wide. So I'm gonna link and list all these products, but be sure and shop the entire site so you can see all the other deals that are happening. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.